Have you ever had a moment where everything suddenly feels familiar? You walk into a room you have never seen before. Someone says something normal. A cup is sitting on a table, a song is playing in the background, and then your brain suddenly says, I have lived this exact moment before. Not something similar. Not a dream, not a memory you can explain, the exact moment. For a few seconds, it feels so real that you almost start looking around for proof. Maybe you saw it in a dream. Maybe life is repeating itself. Maybe the universe just glitched. That strange feeling has a name, déjà vu, French for already seen. And even though it can feel mysterious, déjà vu is probably not a message from the future. It is more likely a strange moment inside the way your memory works. Your memory is not a video camera. Your brain does not record every second of your life perfectly and save it somewhere like a movie. Instead, it builds memories from pieces. Places, faces, sounds, feelings, and patterns. When you see something again, your brain can recognize it in two different ways. The first is familiarity. That is the feeling of, I know this. The second is recollection. That is the feeling of, I know this, and I remember where it came from. For example, imagine you see someone at a cafe. Their face feels familiar. You do not know why yet. Then suddenly you remember, oh, they were in my class 2 years ago. That is recollection. Normally, familiarity and recollection work together. You recognize something. Then you remember why. But during déjà vu, something strange happens. The feeling of familiarity appears without the memory that is supposed to explain it. Your brain says, I know this place. But when you ask yourself, from where? There is nothing. No answer. No memory. No proof. Just that weird feeling. And that is why déjà vu feels so unsettling. One part of your brain says, this is familiar. Another part says, no. This is completely new. For a few seconds, both feelings exist at the same time. So why would your brain do that? One major explanation is that the situation you are in may secretly resemble something you experienced before. Not exactly, but in its pattern. Imagine you walk into a new apartment. The furniture is different, the people are different, the colors are different, but maybe the hallway turns the same way as a place you visited years ago. Maybe the couch, the lamp, and the doorway are arranged in a similar layout. Your conscious mind does not recognize the old place, but another part of your memory notices the pattern. It detects a hidden similarity. Then it sends you a feeling of familiarity. The problem is, it cannot tell you where that familiarity came from. So you get the feeling without the explanation. Researchers have tested this idea using virtual environments. People explored different places that looked completely different on the surface. Different objects, different rooms, different colors, but some of those places had the same hidden spatial layout. The participants often could not remember the earlier place, but they were more likely to experience déjà vu. In simple words, your brain may recognize the structure of something before it recognizes the actual memory. It is like hearing a song you have not listened to in years. At first you cannot name it, but something inside you already knows it. Déjà vu may work the same way. Your brain catches a hidden similarity, but cannot find the original source. There is another explanation too. Some researchers think déjà vu happens because your brain is constantly checking itself. In the background, your brain is always asking questions. Is this new? Is this familiar? Have I seen this before? Usually those answers arrive smoothly. But sometimes the familiarity signal may turn on by mistake. Then another part of your brain notices something is wrong. That is why déjà vu does not feel like a normal memory. A normal memory feels comfortable. You remember it, you can place it, you know where it belongs. But déjà vu feels wrong. It feels familiar and unfamiliar at the same time, almost like your brain is arguing with itself. One side says, we have been here. The other side says, no, we have not. And you are standing in the middle feeling confused. This may also explain why déjà vu usually lasts only a few seconds. Your brain quickly checks the feeling. It realizes there is no clear memory attached to it. Then the strange sensation disappears. But while it lasts, it can feel incredibly real. Sometimes people even feel like they know what will happen next. They may think, I know what this person is about to say. I know what is behind that door. I know what happens after this. That can make déjà vu feel almost supernatural. But research suggests something interesting. During déjà vu, people can feel more confident that they know what will happen next, without actually becoming better at predicting it. So the feeling of prediction may be part of the illusion too. Your brain feels familiar with the moment, and that feeling makes the future feel familiar as well. But confidence is not the same as accuracy. For most people, occasional déjà vu is completely normal. It is just one of the strange ways your memory system works. Your brain is not a perfect recording machine. It is an interpreter. It guesses. It compares. It searches for patterns, and sometimes it recognizes something before it can explain why. So the next time déjà vu happens, you probably are not reliving your life. You probably did not predict the future, and the universe probably did not glitch. You may just be catching your memory system in a very strange moment, a moment where your brain whispers, "I know this," even though it does not.